Hi guys, welcome back. Today, or this afternoon, or whatever you want to say it is, can't even remember, don't even know what time it is. Just after 1 o'clock. I'm going to show you how I edit model shoots, portraits, things like that. The model that I'm going to be doing today is Stephen Hall, northeast based in the UK. Great guy, into fitness. He has his own blogs for food and travel and stuff like that. So reach out to him, give him a like, thumbs up, wherever you can on the socials. So I'm going to be editing 3 of his photos, and all I've done up to now with them is basically done the profile correction on the lenses. So where to start? Well, personally, once I've done the corrections of the lens, I then go on to, and all I do is change the portrait, which doesn't make that much difference, and I hit auto, and everyone will go, you do what? You do what? Hit auto? Why? Basically, this is a starting point. It's telling me Lightroom's a little bit more thingy than I am. Yeah, so as a starting point, hit auto. It's not going to kill you. No one's going to know. After that, you can do what you want to. Look at the photo and then decide on what you feel that the photo should look like, i.e. how bright it should be, whatever. Now, if your screen's calibrated correctly, you'll be fine. So, hit auto. It's changed a lot of this lot, but I'm going to tweak it because I always do. Right, so first I'm going to do is dehaze it, which brings the blues out on the back. But you can see Stephen, because he's a tanned lad, and this is shot in the summer. Yeah, basically you see that his skin tone isn't quite right. So take the vibrance back down to 0. Now you can do that by either clicking on vibrance, and then if you click on the slider and use your wheel, and it brings it back, and it just brings the tonings down of his face and the back, but don't worry about that. So there you go. I'll have a little bit of clarity, a bit more contrast. I think the whites aren't too bad. I'm just going to move the highlight up a tad. Temperature back down just a little bit. So start to finish, that's what we started with, and that's what we're at now, which isn't too bad. But I'm just going to crop it and see if I can get rid of some of this, because I just don't like it. Just don't like it, that's all. Just crop it a little bit. That's a bit better. If you're still not happy about these marks, go up the top, go to spot removal, just go over the top of it. And that's that removed. If you want to move these little bits, you can do that as well. Again, spot removal. The actual photo itself was taken down Roker on the northeast coast, and this is a sculpture down there. It's a big round thing that you can sit in the middle of, and that's Roker Lighthouse just there, which I've done loads of shots for sunrises and that. Right, so once that's done, into detail. Now, considering it was shot, let's have a look, ISO 100, remaining 1/2000th of a second. You shouldn't basically need to do anything to it, but it's not going to harm. Noise reduction, a little bit of sharpness, that's it. So that's what we started with, and that's what we've ended up with, and I'm quite happy with that. So we'll go on to the next one. Now, when I first edited this, which I have edited before, I edited it in black and white, and it was mainly because of the skin colour. Like I said, Stephen's really tanned, but it was sunset, really windy, which you'll see in the next photo. But we thought, I'm going to put it into black and white. So again, I've done the lens correction, go into portrait mode, in the profile, hit black and white. Right, so straight away, I mean, it's sharp it out, but I'm going to crop it and see if I can get rid of some of that on that side. So I've got a little bit of it gone, but there's not a lot I can do unless I change the dimensions of the photo, which I want to stick the photo to a 6:4 ratio. But if I didn't want to, I wasn't bothered about that. Say I wanted it to be a square or something like that, which I've done before. If you go into this bit, so you click on your crop tool, go into this bit. Now that's locked, so it's locked at the original size, so it's shot at 6:4. So anything you do in the photo doesn't matter, it's going to keep it to that ratio. So I can do what I want to, change it into a portrait, landscape, whatever. It will keep it in a 6:4 format. Just a little tip for you. If you don't want it, unlock that, and then you can, if you want to do that and make it thinner, you could do from right in the center. You know, you can do it like that. So, but I like to keep photos in a 6:4 format. But for this, I'm just going to leave it like that. Right. So we've done that bit. Don't know what's going on there, but I'll probably end up removing that. So in a black and white, I like quite a lot of contrast. I'm going to dehaze it a little bit, which will bring things black. Clarity. Darks. I'm going to push the shadows up a tad, just to make the shadows come out a bit more. Whites are fine. Highlights, let's push them up a little bit as well. Now, as you can see from that, Stephen is more tanned on his face, but even in black and white it still shows up. So if you go to the top, radial filter, click on the middle of the face and then drag down, and then you'll see this, and then drag it out, and that's basically what the filter is going to be doing. So you can position it over his face, and you can just put the exposure up 1 or 2 points, that's all it is, 0.1, 0.2. Now you can go all the way up and have it like really bleached out or really dark, but we're just going to go 2 points up, that's it, down to done. Now you might not think that's much, but you can tell it's totally changed it. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that, because I just don't like it. I don't know where it is, but we'll just see if we can get rid of it and make it look half decent. So spot removal. I know this isn't a spot, but and that's a lot better than it was. It's no longer there. Could probably do it a little bit better. So if you still want to go over it, click on the spot removal again. Click on the spot removal again, get the right one. If you click on the little dot, that's what you did before. So if you click on that and you want to do a bit more for that, yeah, so you can just go down the edge, and that's still going to class it as the same one. No, it's not. It's been awkward. Okay. But it's gone. You can't see it anymore. So that's black and white. As you can see, it's like little bits like this. A little rock there. Yeah, you think, yeah, fair enough. It's just a rock. But it's an eyesore, so let's get rid of that. So we'll just do that. Now I know you can do all this lot in Photoshop, but for me, if it does that and you basically get stuck and you want to move the photo and you think, oh, what am I going to do? Two ways of doing it. Press space until you see a little hand, and then you can just drag your photo around, or you can go to this corner, left hand corner, top left, where the box is, that's what you're looking at, and then just move it around as you see fit. So these are good, yeah. All I'm going to do is just drag it down. To there. And that's that done. And that's that removed. Again, you can be as picky as you want. You don't have to do this. You can just do the photo, but if you're going to do it, you might as well try and make it the best job you can. Not just for you, because you've got to remember, this chap might have paid for this, and if he's paid for it, he'll expect decent photos with decent editing, without any things in the background, like birds flying around, or big blotches on where you haven't cleaned your lens correctly, or out like that. So that's image 2, which I'm quite happy with, and we'll go to start to finish. So there you go, that's the start, that's the finish. As you can see, we've done quite a bit to that. We've removed this, we've removed the stone, we've cropped it in, so you just got rid of that. And that's number 2. Number 3. Excuse me. Now, I know he's looking directly in the sun, because that's where the sun's coming from. But it was more the wind that I was trying to capture here, and the fact that his shirt's moving around. I mean, you can see waves in the background. But again, I've done the lens correction. So up to the top, portrait, hit auto, and then you can play with it. One thing I have noticed with this straight away is the fact that it's not straight. So if you go into transform, hit auto, there you go, and now that's straightened the image up for you. So forget about that one now, and I'm just going to crop it in a tad so he's more centered. Just checking to make sure it's still locked. It is, which is always a good thing. Right, so a little bit of dehaze, clarity, and blacks are fine. I'm going to push the shadows a tad and the contrast up a bit more. And like I said these before, Stephen's a really tanned lad, but under this light, I just like to knock the vibrance back. It still shows you the colour, still shows you that he's tanned, but it's not as in your face as such. So again, I'm just going to go into the detail. It shouldn't need sharpening. I mean, for the lens I was using and the speeds and everything, plus I was using external flash as well as. Let's have a look. Yeah, the highs, it's just a bit high on the outside, but apart from that, it's alright. But there again, I'm just gonna just dehaze it a little bit more. I'm gonna give it a bit lower temperature, get the blues back out. That's better. Now again, if I wanted to, radial filter, bring it down. It'll be quite fun to send these to Stephen once they're done, so you can see what exactly goes on in the background for editing photos. Because some of these models don't know, but I know Stephen's quite thingy, like I say, he has his own blog and the like. So again, I've only just put it up by 0.2 of a stop, but that will make all the difference. And there you go. So 3 photos, 3 different ways to edit. And again, that's what we started out with on the left, and that's what we've ended up on the right. I hope you've enjoyed everything. Look out for more. I'll be doing more as I contact some more other models that I've shot with before, and probably future models. I'll be putting them up as well. If you've got any questions, or you're unsure about anything, or you want me to expand on anything, drop me a message in the message box. Like, share and subscribe please guys. See you again. Bye now.